Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Or welcome back
to the Wizarding World Legacy Podcast,
where we discuss the magic of the Wizarding World's past, present, and future.
We're your hosts, Eric
and Jasmine.
And today we have another news update about a few kind of interesting things within the Wizarding World franchise.
Yeah, some unique tidbits here and also there.
Yes, some of which are related to the HBO series coming to HBO Max in 2020.
Some of which are not.
7? Some of which are not. To start out, why don't we talk about the HBO news updates first? HBO. We got some sweet leaks.
I don't think leeks are sweet, though.
I've actually never eaten a leek, so they could be sweet, and I would be none the wiser.
Same.
Let us know in the comments below if leeks are sweet. I do want to know. Let me know in the comments.
This is not one of the things you need to comment about.
It is.
We got some leaks of the kiddos, if you will, students in their...
Los niños.
Their kinder.
Kinder eggs?
Kinder eggs. Children. The children eggs. Okay, no, sorry.
We eat those.
No. Okay, now it's getting weird. So we got some pictures of the students in what appears to be an outerwear.
Yeah, so there's some confusion about what's going on.
What's going on?
A lot of people are like, are those the colors of the robes? So there's a couple things that have come up when I've seen other people asking questions about what are these? Are they the actual robes? Are these just flying lesson robes? Because this is from the flying lesson. At least that's what it's purported to be. I think we have one of two things. First off, a lot of people are commenting on, there's like this purplish hue to the robe. Is there, like, are they supposed to be colored or are they supposed to be black and white? Because when we saw Harry, or Dominic, dressed as Harry on set, it was clearly a black robe, and that is what they wear.
Right, but these appear to be like jackets.
There's a couple theories. If these are, in fact, their jackets, not cover-up jackets, which is one of the theories, is that these are actually just coveralls to, like, hide their actual costumes so that people snapping little opportunistic pictures don't see the costumes and leak them. Also, to protect them from weather, because every time they go from, like, set to set or place to place, they usually cover up their actual robes. So this could be that. It could also be IR pollution.
What?
So one of the things that happens with black is when you take photos of it and videos of it, and especially if you're using a neutral density filter, that's like the sunglasses for your camera.
Okay.
What can happen is it can create infrared pollution. And so the sensor actually picks up more of the infrared reflection off the black, and it gives it like a purpley tone to it. Huh. And so you're actually seeing colors that aren't really there. So this is a very, very common thing that you have to sort of combat when especially when you're shooting outside, because some of the visible light spectrum that we don't see with our eyes can bounce off of the black and then is picked up by the sensor and is kind of amplified by the sensor if you get IR pollution, infrared pollution. So certain cameras like Blackmagic Design and stuff like that, they actually have inline IR filters built into their cameras so that you can use them in a professional environment with ND filtration and all that kind of stuff and not introduce that color artifact. Huh. It's particularly common on neutral density filters that are variable, meaning you can switch it from cutting more or less light out, because those combine with a circular polarizer, which can also introduce some IR pollution.
So what I'm taking away from that is that it's possible that these robes are in fact black. It's just the way that the camera has caught these images. But would it make sense that the same camera, like there's actually different cameras, are all...
So this is a common problem with like real cameras. And again, it's not necessarily the camera, although the sensor can play a role in that itself. It's what's in front of the camera. This looks like these are taken on a real camera. These do not look like phone photos. And it looks like they're using a telephoto lens. But if this is a telephoto lens with like a shallow depth of field and they're outside, they have one of two options. You can either increase your shutter speed so that you can make sure that there's less light, basically reduce the exposure. Or you can use a neutral density filter. If this person was doing something else in the area, or they always keep a neutral density filter on their lens, that would cause this.
These look like they were taken on a real camera.
Yes.
These ones, though, like this picture right here doesn't look like it was taken on a real camera.
But do you know what this blurring is?
No.
So this kind of like fuzziness in the foreground is, I think that they're behind something. And so maybe there's like grass or leaves. This was visible, very visible in another photo. And I don't know if we actually saved that one. You can kind of see it here, but all this like greenish kind of fuzziness, that all has to do with something that's in the foreground, really close to the lens, that's being blurred out of focus.
Okay.
It might be something that's not actually that big, but because it's so close, it's kind of scattering across the visual field. And it's not in focus because they're zoomed in so much on this person. This may still be, I think this is a cropped in photo, but this may still be taken on a real camera. but because of whatever's in front of the lens causing that blur, it's creating some degradation in quality. That mixed with the fact that that one's cropped in. You can tell on this one, this is a much cleaner photo. You can see the nice like highlight roll off on his hair, where there's still nice deep shadows. Like there's too much dynamic range, but not the artificial dynamic range that you get with phones, because phones use a lot of computational photography where it'll take like 13 photos at once. Usually you'll get a little bit of motion blur or other artifacting, and I don't see that in that middle one that she had on here. This one seems like it's actually a clean photo, and again, just cropped in a little bit. So I think those are real cameras, and I think it's more physics at play here causing these problems.
So could be physics at play. I think it's also possible that we get these sort of maroon colored robes. If you look inside of their hoods, so I personally don't think that these are
student robes, like regular robes.
Right. I definitely don't think they're regular robes. I think they're outerwear for the students, and I don't think it's something that the cast has just been given to cover up their costume moving from location to location. I think that these are the jackets that students will wear. The exact color to me looks like it's maroon. It's possible with this IR thingamajig that it actually is black. The cameras are just incorrectly capturing it. But if you look inside of his hood,
there's like a greenish
plaid pattern.
Yeah.
So I definitely think like they were costume designed. We also have like a belt on hers. And so this is Harry, Ron, and Pavarti.
Yeah, so I agree that I don't think these are just cover-ups going set to set, although I will say hers makes me think that maybe it is some sort of coat, although because it's for a female character, maybe they designed it to be a bit more feminine looking.
Yes.
The thing that bugs me, though, is like, look how wrinkly that is. Would you really film all those wrinkles? Usually you'd press that out, even if it's for kids, like, because obviously kids aren't going to have perfectly pressed clothes, but like they're in a school of magic. You don't have to iron or steam them. They would just go,
magic.
I don't know what the spell is. There is,
them.
but I don't know what it is.
But like on the clothes.
Already. Oh yeah, like an anti-wrinkle charm.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I don't think that these are cover-up, jackets. I think this is probably like their outerwear robe, kind of like a coat.
I think we have Harry, Ron, Pavarti. Here we have Draco, Ron's stunt double, and Neville.
What do you think about...
Those are barrettes. That's just to keep his hair the way the hair and makeup team put it. People keep theorizing what Draco just casually has in his hair at all times.
Oh no, I didn't think that was what was going on.
They're barrettes.
Yeah.
Or clips.
Yeah, they're just clips. They're just clips to hold his hair back so that it's like not falling forward. And they might have even just like done some hairspray to kind of get it in place.
Right.
And then they've got that there while it dries, and then they're going to take them out.
To make it so that it'll hold.
What do you think about his hair overall, though? Totally a departure from the original Draco's appearance.
Right, but I don't know that in today's day and age, the like slicked back hair would give the same pompous energy as like the perfectly coiffed hair would.
Well, his isn't perfectly coiffed. I mean, there's a little bit of messiness to it.
Yeah, his is coiffed though.
Not in a way that you would say is like a perfectly upscale do. I don't know. I think
Neville
that's a pretty
looks
typical.
Messy.
Yeah, Neville definitely looks. So does Ron. I think it's like an intentional look, but I don't think it's very like. It's not a sophisticated look, in my opinion.
I think it looks sophisticated.
Okay.
Just for like a younger crowd. Like I feel like when I was growing up, my brother always like if we were doing his hair nicely, it was either slicked back or it was spiky. We were using a lot of gel, and that's how we were doing his hair. And then there was the Justin Bieber bangs. That was a massive fad for boys' hair. Then I feel like we've gotten to this point now where the coiffed look is like the nicer look. I don't know. Coiffed makes me think of Connecticut, which is what I think of when I think of fancy. Because I'm not. I think his hair looks fancy enough.
Fair enough. And then we have the look for Madame Hooch.
Madame Hooch. I'm surprised that they don't have more alcohol jokes.
Alcohol?
Hooch? Like, isn't...
Oh, yeah. You know what hooch is?
Isn't it just like alcohol?
Nah. Hooch is what they make in the toilet in jail.
I suddenly understand why we don't have more jokes about this.
Yeah, although
thank you, Eric.
This facial expression does look like somebody who might have been like, ooh, that was a little too toilety on that match. One of the comments that I saw multiple times about her outfit was that it was too Muggles 90s.
Mugular?
Mugular! That was when the original leaks came out. So these are not the initial leaked images. We're actually sharing sort of more updated leaked images of Madame Hooch. These are a bit more pushed in. Mm-hmm. The ones that were further back did look very 90s tracksuit.
For sure.
Not magical at all. These, in my opinion, are much more Weasley's Wizard Wheezes kind of vibes of that like multi-tone. In fact, I've got some posters from the original movie that are like the Weasley's whiz fire, whiz bangs, and like all the different like items. Those are the tones in the poster. Some of those colors are like Chudley Cannon's colors. I think up close, they look much more wizardly.
I definitely agree. Up close, you get more of a wizard aesthetic.
Yeah.
I think what was interesting is that we actually have like a jacket pant situation, and that's still giving more muggle than I would have expected, but I'm not upset about it.
But I think it works for somebody who plays Quidditch and is a, like Quidditch referee. Right. And she's got to be nimble. She's got to be able to move around quickly on the broom. You've also got this little tassel, which is, kind of magical aesthetic
Tassels are magical.
Kind of vibe. Well, just like the way it's implemented into the outfit. It's like, I would see that on like a witch's or
I
wizard
definitely
robes.
think, and then like the V down.
Yeah, the V down, which I think connects to a cape that goes down the back.
Yeah, that's
so it's
what's
not a
giving
robe,
like
but wizardly vibes, yeah.
Wizardly vibes, yes. I'm getting more wizardly vibes from these photos than I got from the OGs.
And I think it's because it's all these little details that you couldn't quite pick up on.
Also, love the hair. I haven't seen a close-up of her eyes yet.
I really hope they do like the startlingly bright, yellowish, hawk-like eyes.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see closer up. Also, I kind of want to be the person on set who just hangs out with Madame Hooch. I don't know who she is, but she looks like she's having a good time. She's just wearing a comfy, puffy jacket and is hanging out with Madame Hooch.
Well, you need a comfy, puffy jacket in the UK, particularly this time of year, because it's...
chilly.
Yep. On to...
Smaller
Phileas.
And funner things.
Fun things come in small packages? Well, that seems insensitive. But Warwick Davis...
It was.
And his son and his wife are featured here. Warwick Davis, as you're, I'm sure, well aware, has been cast again for Phileas Flitwick, the Charms Professor.
And his son, Harrison, has been cast as his body double. That's
right. So keeping it in the family. I'm wondering what scenes he needs a body double cast for.
Yeah,
I'm assuming they literally just have him cast as his body double for when he just can't be on set. Like he's not available to be on set. Because I think Warwick has a couple other projects going on too, and this is going to span over 10 years. But he's not going to be able to be a direct replacement because their faces look nothing alike.
Right. Their faces don't look the same. There's also a little bit of a height difference.
Yep.
So he's definitely not going to be 100%, a Warwick Davis replacement. But I think it's really sweet that, he gets to work with his dad. I think that's a wonderful experience.
That's awesome. I did see some appalling comments online about the fact that the entire family are short people or small people or people of lesser physical stature, if whatever you want to refer to them as. I don't know why people got to be dicks.
Yeah.
Warwick Davis is an amazing actor. I don't know anything about his son or his wife. I don't know if his son's been in other stuff. I'm sure he'll do great. He's got a great role model. He's an amazing actor who's done so much for the small people community and basically put together career opportunities for so many people in that community. And he's just friggin' awesome. Like
he's nice.
He's one of the reasons why the first Harry Potter franchise or film franchise was able to be so successful when it comes to those characters. And
he played so many different roles. Like.
Yeah. And I understand that he is super nice in person when he's done interviews and when he's gone to fan events and stuff like that. He's like super sweet guy. Anybody who has anything rude to say about Warwick Davis, you're just kind of a dick and you need to look inward as to why you're such an ass.
I will say, we review a lot of content in preparation for these episodes, and typically fans and commenters are keeping it friendly, friendly and supportive.
There's a few people who are like, why would you cast the same person for the same role? And sure, understand that.
Right.
But people who are like saying rude things about the actor, or in particular his family, who has nothing to do with that's kind of sickening. So
had a hard time with it.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that all of our following has been just so gracious in all the comments that you guys leave. Even if it's something that we disagree with, it's been great that we've had an awesome dialogue back and forth in the comments section. So please keep that up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Eric and I disagree all the time, and he still tolerates me. So
Most
I think
of the time.
that's okay. Fair point. But we have always been big proponents for a healthy dialogue, even if two people have opposing opinions or opposing views.
Yeah, civil discourse.
And a pretty fundamental rule is just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next.
And of course, we have to talk about The Cursed Child.
I know we've talked about it before, but Tom Felton has officially debuted
as Draco Malfoy's grown-up senior.
Yeah, as
adult.
Just
Draco Malfoy.
Just Draco Malfoy.
He's given his first performances on Broadway. I've watched some of the footage of him in this scene, for example. He actually literally runs and jumps up on the table.
I'm really trying to avoid spoilers on this one because we're going to see it, but that one just keeps popping up and it's epic.
It looks pretty awesome. And what a gracious dude. We're going to show a clip momentarily of him after the show, but you could see it in his face when he'd come out and he bows after the show. Yeah, I mean,
Look
you
at
could
his
see
eyes.
he looks kind of like teary-eyed here and just like so happy to be involved in this whole project.
Yeah.
And there's even some channels that are saying like he basically saved The Cursed Child. It wasn't doing very well in terms of ticket sales and all that stuff. And then once people found that he was coming, it's like it exploded.
I mean, that's why we're going.
That is why I'm going. I mean, I've already gone, but I don't know if I would have gone again if he wasn't doing it. Maybe when the kids were a bit older, I would have gone and I would have brought them because my daughter loves stage productions. Musical theater in particular. And I think I would have gone because of that, but I would have waited longer. I'm thrilled to see it with him in it. It seems like he's really got his chops up for the stage.
Yeah. The athleticism of this
performance is
Yeah.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
I'm so excited.
I haven't seen the abridged version. When I went, it was like hours and hours and hours long. I think it was 2 like 4-hour parts. It was crazy long. You had to do it in like 2 days or it was your entire day.
No.
It was worth it. I haven't seen it was. It was, I would go for that long again.
8 hours?
Yeah, it was awesome. And this is what I meant when I was like, why did they not extend the movie series? People would have sat through way longer movies. I sat through a way longer play. And I wasn't even sitting that close. I was sitting relatively close, but not that close. And it was awesome.
And especially not in the comfort of your own home. And
yep, I was in a suit.
Oh, good Lord. I am excited that it's not 8 hours. I get sleepy, man.
Well, it's split up into 2.
I guess that's fair. I could probably get through 4 hours. I have done The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit all in one. So,
wow.
Did I mention I'm kind of a nerd?
This was interesting. I don't let you talk about this part.
Well, so...
because we had different thoughts. Introduce what it is.
I wasn't going to talk about that.
I was. So what do we got here?
Right here, we have 3 generations of Malfoys.
Yep.
Jason Isaacs went on the 16th, so Tom Felton premiered on the 14th. Jason Isaacs went on the 16th just to see Draco, and I thought it was particularly sweet.
Oh, I did too, from that respect.
Yeah, that's all I was going to talk about, is the fact that Jason Isaacs, Tom Felton, and Tom Felton's kid,
Draco's kid.
Draco's kid. What is Draco's kid's name in this?
Scorpius.
So we've got Lucius, Draco, and Scorpius all together, and I think it's sweet.
I think it's sweet too. The thing I thought was a little bit weird about it is Tom Felton was interviewed after this and kind of gave a whole thing about how, he was adopted by Jason Isaacs. And then he said on screen, but then he said off screen he was kind of adopted by him. And I thought that was a little strange because, you have a dad.
Okay, but Tom Felton probably spent a whole lot of time with Jason Isaacs.
Presumably he spent a whole lot of time with his actual dad too, I hope. I mean, if you read in his Beyond the Wand, his dad busted his butt to make sure that he had these opportunities. It was very, very, very supportive of him. So if I were Tom's dad and I heard him speaking of another guy like this, I'd be a little scorned by that. I'd be a little upset by that. I know he means it to be endearing and kind, but it's like...
I think that this is something that I may not be able to have an opinion on this because I'm not a parent.
Well, a dad might take it differently than a mother. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely not. Anytime I have a friend's family and I'm really close to her mom, if I tell my mom that, she's like, you have a mother. And she's right. I do. I have an incredible mother. But they can be motherly figures in your life. I'm not actually related to you, but I often refer to your children as my niece and nephew.
A little less imposing than dad, though.
Slightly fair.
Like if you're like my kids. A little different.
No, I've never claimed to be actually
their parent. Again, the thing that struck me...
I'm too young for that. God.
The thing that struck me as a little odd was when he then said off screen. I was like, oh, and then he kind of went into and I've also adopted this person as my kid. And I'm like, it's a Broadway production. You haven't adopted him and he's an adult.
Yeah, but don't you ever have like a work wife?
No.
Okay, some people have like work wives or work best friends. Like,
no.
Eric doesn't have those, but some people do happen to have work significant others. If there's a significant age difference, there can be my work mom.
I mean, I guess I've heard of like a work mom, but it was the phrasing. I encourage you to go, I didn't save it here, but I encourage you to go ahead and watch the interview. And the way he phrases it, I was like, if I was your actual dad, I would be a little affronted by that. And even beyond that, once you started rolling in the fact that you adopted an adult man, it got a little weirder for me. That's just me. That's my take. Let me know what your take is in the comment section down below.
Eric's 2 cents has been brought to you today by...
Unfortunately, I think I Just unroll the whole roll of quarters on that one.
That's an expensive take.
Yeah. But it is cute. I do like that Jason Isaac has been so incredibly supportive throughout Tom Felton's career. Even during the times where he struggled with alcohol addiction and all that, he was very, very, as I understand it, he was very supportive.
We don't have a first-hand account.
We do have a first-hand account of how gracious Tom Felton...
This would be a second-hand account, but sure.
No, we're watching it happen.
We're watching the video.
Whatever.
We weren't there.
Semantics. Please enjoy.
Thank you so much for coming for my first Broadway performance. It means a lot to me to have you guys here to share the fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to do as much as I can, as quick as I can. Please be polite. Please don't push. Please don't knock anyone in the face. I'll do as many as I can, as quickly as I can. Thank you. Can I shake your hand, Rose? Nice to meet you. Please don't push. I'm good. I'm just speaking to Rose right now. Thank you, Rose. Do you want me to sign your playbill? Did you enjoy the show? Oh, nice. I thought everybody wants to. So do one piece.
My 10 times Angel and my favorite Draco, obviously.
Thank you very much. Please don't push. The kids are out front. Thank you. Nice.
So that was Tom Felton being very gracious.
Yeah, he's very gracious. He comes out, I don't know, I feel like he does like a really nice introduction. Like people have been waiting there for hours. They're wondering how it's going to work. He comes out, immediately he addresses how it's going to work, and then he gets right to it. And he's like so sweet to all the kids.
Yeah, I like that he's very protective of the kids because he doesn't want to see them get trampled by these very immature adults who are like, oh my God, get the kid out of the way so I can get the signature that I'm never going to look at again. I actually do look at my signatures. Any of the signed books I have, any of the signed photos I have them like nicely displayed. I don't just get a signature and be like, okay, throw it in the memory box and it's gone.
And for anyone who does that, that's fine. Just on your way to do it, don't
be a dick about it.
trample children. Crazy, I know. It does sound like Tom is providing autographs. I can't imagine he'll provide autographs every single night of his life. That's exhausting.
I hope he does
On the night that
most nights,
we're there?
particularly on the night we're there. I'm not sure what I want to get signed. I might get his wand and have that signed. And I think, I got to double check on the website, but I think they're actually selling the one that he's using for the show there. If that's the case, I'll probably get that one. If that's not the case, then I will probably get the one that he uses in the films.
Yes.
The Blackthorn.
If it were me, I would probably get the box of his wand signed.
Yeah. I wouldn't have him sign the wand. He's not. It's a black marker, and he's not going to be able to.
Well, it just sounded like you wanted him to sign the wand.
No,
I
the
was
box.
asking for clarity. You never once said box. Maybe
Well,
say
I
box.
would get the wand. The whole thing would come with me, and he would sign the box.
And the box would come with me.
You're not going to bring the wand too? You're going to leave the wand at home?
Maybe. We're going to New York.
Well, you might need to defend yourself.
Defendo.
Expelliarmus.
One thing to consider, though, I looked into it a little bit more, and this girl posted a bunch of tips on how best likely you are.
This girl posted some tips on how best to get your autograph and what your likelihood is based on the different approach.
Yeah, none of my words made sense. One thing that she mentioned is that right now he's signing pretty much anything, but he leans towards things that show that you saw the show. So your playbill, I feel like I'm more likely to get a signature, and if I've got less than 3 seconds to get a signature, I'm going with my playbill because I'm not messing this up. I would likely be attempting to get my playbill signed.
If there's a physical, I don't know if we have only virtual tickets or if there's also a physical ticket.
Ooh.
I will probably have the physical ticket with me and the playbill and a copy of the screenplay. So that I'll be like, whatever you want to sign, mate, please have at it.
And you're 100% doing British accent. We're trying to make him feel safe and comfortable.
Also, I need you guys
Immediately.
to give me input on this. Am I going dressed up in a nice suit? So I'm thinking black suit coat, black slacks, black shoes, white shirt, Slytherin tie.
Thank you.
With the Slytherin pin on it, and probably a Slytherin lapel
pocket
pin.
square.
And and that. Or am I going dressed as Professor Snape?
Professor Severus Snape.
If you haven't seen it yet, in the posts section of our channel, I did post a picture of me in Snape's outfit with Snape's wand, the hair.
We'll include a photo.
Yeah, I'll put one up here. Should I go dressed as Snape and then make some sort of quib in the Snape voice to Draco?
Or we're going with the snappy Slytherin, complete British accent. Because Eric's got pretty solid accents. I'm not going to try that.
What do you guys think?
We need your help.
Because I don't know what to do yet.
I don't know what to do.
The only thing is the billowing robe of Snape. I don't know if I can wear that. So it would just be all the buttons and the neck piece and the... So it would be his outfit minus the big billowing robe. So I don't know if that's a no-go for you guys.
This won't be our experience, but it's recommended that if you can, you should go try and get autographs on a different night than you are seeing the show, because people start lining up for autographs during the show, which I think is rude.
Yes.
Generally speaking, if you're looking for the best chance, according to Adventures of a Wanderer, Instagram user, she says that you should go try and line up, try and get towards the center of the area. Because even if you were, first in line, it's possible that he walks right by you because he's going for like the center of the crowd. It's not really a line system.
I will tell you though, from my experience when we went for the original one, they did not come out for a bit.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You may not be able to get out there before the end of the show, but you're going to get out there way before he does. So if you can find a way to finagle your way up and just be like, listen, I don't care what you're here for. I actually came and saw the show. And that might be where coming as Snape is helpful.
Ooh, that's actually a good point.
What are all you muggles doing here?
You whip out your wand and everything?
Arresto momentum. Yep, that kind of stuff.
I'm seeing the logic here.
Yeah, particularly if I had the cape. Yeah.
Can we bring it just in a bag?
Maybe. We'll have to figure that out. But I still want to know if I should be a Dapper Slytherin.
This is just a contributing factor.
The other thing was kids. He tends to want to sign stuff for kids. That's not yours, little kids. That's mine. But get this signed.
The children will understand.
You saw in the video that he's really like only signing one thing per person, but I don't know if it's per person or like if he can tell that you're together, he's not going to sign everybody's stuff.
I'm excited. Nervous. Honestly, I'm so nervous, but I'm really excited.
You take this one because I think this is absurd.
It is. I 112% agree. It is absolutely absurd. This is a 42 millimeter grade 5 titanium case watch with a 5-day power reserve and a central floating tourbillon.
Yeah.
Tourbillon. It's got an 18 karat gold black grain dial and an 18 karat gold inner bezel with an opaline sandblasted finish and a dome-shaped anti-reflective sapphire crystal.
Do you want to share with everyone how much this thing costs?
So it's 120,000 Swiss francs.
I know it works out to be almost 150,000 US dollars. Why? It's a watch. And I would even argue, as much as I love Harry Potter, it's not even that nice of a watch. Very intricate, mind you. But like looks-wise, aesthetics-wise, I'm like, yeah,
So,
150,000 US dollars.
Right. But that is 120,000. Okay, stop. I was right. You were partially
right.
wrong. 120,000 Swiss francs equals approximately 150,000 US dollars. So, okay, shut up. This watch right here is $150,000.
I can't even answer my texts on it, which is maybe what you're paying for.
Sorry, you can't reach me. I'm on my Harry Potter watch today.
So I was recently talking to your children, and we were trying to brainstorm what we could possibly get you for your birthday. And your son brings up this really, really cool Harry Potter watch.
Tell me you have no understanding of
Money.
Just money.
Just money.
Without telling me you don't
And he
understand
was
anything
like,
about money.
It would be so cool if we got Dad this watch. I think it's a couple of thousands of dollars. That's true, buddy.
I'm going to say it would not be cool if anybody got me this watch. I would be affronted that you didn't just hand me the cash straight up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that is the...
Because not only do I not think aesthetically it's that awesome of a watch,
Right.
like I don't like the color
It's
combination.
just not my preferences.
Yeah. I got to pay taxes on that shit. You're going to get me a $150,000 watch that I'm probably not going to wear, that I got to pay taxes on.
That I physically can't afford. We did go over, all of the wonderful things that you could do with $150,000.
What's the U.S. gift tax over $600? I want to know that.
No tax owed unless exceeds 13.61 million over your lifetime.
Oh, so I could get this without paying taxes on it. Go ahead and gift it to me, and I'm going to sell it to somebody else.
So apparently they're only making 10 of these.
Yeah.
So
Good luck.
And I will say, when they make it, it is intricate, and it does look to be handmade, and it's meant to be a Quidditch match.
It's super cool if you're looking at it mechanically.
Yes.
Yeah, mechanically, it is a very, very cool watch. Functionally, why?
So it's clear that a lot of work goes into making these. Like, you can't just put it in a big machine and it'll make it.
Right. It's a handcrafted watch.
Right.
So I'll give them that.
Right.
I won't give them my money, but I'll give them that.
Right. I'll give them credit, not of a card, but credit.
It's cool that they're like chasing a golden snitch, and it would have been more interesting if the players could move independently of one another so that one of them gains the lead and then falls back. Another one gains, in that, if that was random, like truly random, that would make it a little bit more interesting. Still not that much money interesting.
Nope.
What you're paying for is exclusivity. And when you pay for exclusivity like that, I don't know, I just lose a little bit of respect for you wasting that kind of money.
Yeah. $150,000. Think of the trip.
You were talking to the kids about things you could buy with that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, mostly I talked about the incredible Europe vacation that you could go on.
Or UK. You could see every single site that was used or will be used to film the Harry Potter series.
Easily.
And you could don the actual costumes worn in those places by the characters there and still come in under $150,000.
We had some pretty solid examples.
Including a Weaveston studio tour.
Which is something that I desperately need to do.
Yeah, you do.
So there's just like a lot of other better options than spending $150,000 on this. But if you are one of the people that did spend $150,000 or will spend $150,000 on this, feel free to reach out. We'd love to chat.
Just give me financial advice because I'm doing something wrong.
Right. No, we done messed up.
Yeah.
And we'd like to adjust.
This is much cooler. It has no relevance to the upcoming franchise other than it's Harry Potter.
The Sorcerer's Stone first was released on November 16th of 2006. We are coming up on the 25-year anniversary of the first Harry Potter movie, and Warner Brothers does have sort of a year-long celebration.
In September, they announced that they were going to be doing a whole year of Harry Potter, and all sorts of different things were going to be released. This is one of those things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is one of those things, and they are showing the Sorcerer's Stone in shared reality in select cities around the country. So Los Angeles, Dallas, Detroit, and Atlanta.
And we've got some photos. I'm going to try to see, the reason we didn't do it in here is because it wouldn't fit in this sort of like physical format here. I'm going to try to see if I can superimpose some footage of the shared reality experience and hopefully not get copyright striketh for doing so. But this is a photo of what it looks like. I'm going to kind of try to explain what's going on here because this might not make a lot of sense.
I'm confused.
Yeah, so they're watching The Matrix. This is not the scene that if I were the company, I would have chose to have shared. The actual film itself plays on this very large CinemaScope screen here. And it's got a little bit of a curve to it. It's very widescreen. It's very much encompassing of most of your field of view, but not all of it, because the shared reality is that the rest of the room is basically all screens. And what's happening is that they don't extend what you're seeing on screen onto that space. They basically, for whatever films that they're doing this for, they have gone in and painstakingly made a new virtual environment that is representative of the scene that you're in. There was a very cool one done, or a few done for The Matrix, that there's little clips of. Again, I'll try to insert them, but if I can't, I'm gonna sort of explain anyways. There's a scene where Neo is in the white room space. Neo is the main character for Matrix if you haven't seen it. He's there with Morpheus, who is the head honcho guy of the people in the Matrix. And he's in this big white room. So you see him with Morpheus in the big white room here, and then they think of getting guns. And then all the guns come flying onto the screen, but then you see them all come from basically infinite space in the background, and they're all flying in like you're in the room with them. And so it doesn't look like they're extending what's on the screen. Instead, it seems like you're in the same environment they're in.
So they actually create like new content.
Oh yeah, these are things that did not exist at the time of the filming.
That's cool.
And it's all perfectly color matched and everything else and synced with the film so that it feels like it's happening very intentionally and you're in the movie to a degree.
Okay, that's way cooler than I thought we were just watching Harry Potter on like a planetarium screen.
Yeah, well, so the basic concept is kind of similar, except for the fact that instead of just extending the entire screen and immersing you that way, they have the main movie and then you're in the environment in which the movie is taking place.
That's so cool.
So there's another scene where there's like the spaceships or the ships that you're in. So you see what they're doing in the ship, but then the actual spaceship is built around you like you're in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty cool. There's a section where they're doing like one of the bullet time sequences where everything goes slow and kind of warbly and, you know, he moves. Well, all the environment also warbles with it like you're experiencing bullet time.
Okay, that honestly, like yeah. I kind of wish this was happening closer to us.
I do too. Because I imagine for Harry Potter, there will be scenes when you're in the Great Hall and you're in the Great Hall. Oh. And we've seen an example of this.
Or you're in the Forbidden Forest.
Right? And we've seen an example of this with the Great Hall for VR with the Vision Pro, the Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah.
So you can actually watch the movies in the Great Hall. So very similar concept, except you don't have to have a device strapped to your face and you can enjoy it with all your friends and family if you can get to one of these theaters and afford to go. You are limited to one viewing environment currently with the Vision Pro. They don't have them built out for these types of VR immersive experiences, although I do feel that we could see that coming in the future. I feel like that is the next sort of iteration of immersive content consumption.
This is cool.
And stuff like this, if it was to come to VR, that's the kind of stuff that makes me say, like, it's very expensive, but if I can write it off in my tax, I really want a Vision Pro for doing work while I'm traveling. If I do chart prep and all that kind of stuff, if I'm in an airport, I can't just like be on my laptop because somebody else could see sensitive patient data.
Right.
But if you're charting on a Vision Pro, you could still use your computer, and now your monitor is your Vision Pro, and you're just seeing what would have otherwise been on your monitor, which goes black. So you're not violating anything. You're the only person who can see it. In this kind of application, being immersed in the entire Harry Potter like world that you're watching, again, to your point, you're going through the Forbidden Forest with them. Holy cow.
Imagine going through with Harry or Hermione.
Yeah. It almost makes me upset because I don't think that there's any intention to do any sort of VR filming. Although the little HDR eyeball during the Nicholas Flamel made me think, ooh, could they be doing some, but that's just for VFX. I really wish that they had partnered with like Blackmagic Design and Apple and stuff like that to film on the immersive film camera that Blackmagic Design made. Because if you've ever tested a Vision Pro, like if you go to an Apple store, you can actually demo one. Watch one of the immersive videos and oh my God, does it feel like you're there. There's one where you're at a basketball game and they go to like throw a ball and I'm like, whoa, I think you were there. And I was like, whoa, geez. Like it feels like the ball is going to hit you in the face. It's a little harrowing. And there's one when this woman's on a tightrope and she's balancing on the tightrope and you're like, dude, I feel like I'm going to like fall or something. So if you have like a fear of heights, that could be kind of a terrifying experience for you. But I thought it was super, super cool.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that they're incredibly cool. They're also super expensive.
Yeah, obscenely so.
Yeah, obscenely
but
so.
But when it becomes more democratized in terms of the cost and they start implementing them in less expensive devices, like they get rid of the silly eye pass-through, the fake eye pass-through things. They make it out of plastics instead of aluminum and glass. There's ways, without even compromising image quality, like you can use the same screens that they have in them because it gives you like a 4K and 4K, so like over 8K resolution. It gives you 120 hertz refresh rates, really, really good screens in them. You don't even have to compromise on that to cut the price almost in half.
Okay.
There are material things that you can do to really scale back the pricing on these things. And I think they could do that and people would be like, okay, I would actually get one of these because now I could maybe get a couple of them and my wife and I could both watch things together rather than me just being stuck here all by myself watching Harry Potter.
Or charting.
Or charting.
Or charting.
But again, I think if you're using it for work, you can make the argument a little easier if you're like, yeah, every now and then I'll watch some immersive content and I'll watch YouTube and kind of do stuff I could do on an iPad on this.
Yeah. And last, but certainly not least.
But kind of least.
But also kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
They're taking Harry Potter to the skies.
They are. And what fashion are they doing this?
LATAM is what I'm calling this.
I think that's it. LATAM.
Yeah, it's a South American airline, and they are the first airline to have Harry Potter visuals on Boeing 787s,
which is a huge airline. A 787 is massive.
Yeah, so it's a huge airplane.
I think it might even be an Airbus. It's not a double decker, but I think this is one of the biggest sizes you get before you get to an Airbus where it's like 2 floors.
Okay, that's terrifying. Planes make me a little nervous, period. But like
flying tuna cans, it makes no sense that they stay in the air.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense to me. It does confuse me and it scares me. But this is kind of cool because they have the imagery on the side, but they're also creating sort of like an in-the-sky experience.
Yeah, they're doing in-flight entertainment with Harry Potter.
Right. They are launching a unique initiative that will allow passengers to enjoy the magical universe through interactive experiences, special activities, and exclusive content.
Available on Let 'em Play.
Near you. No, it's not,
Not
near
near
you.
no.
It's in South America.
It's in Chile.
Chile. Exactly.
And they are planning to expand that, but I don't know where to.
Yeah, I don't know where to. I just thought it was kind of cool, just like a little tidbit of like, oh, you might be able to see Harry Potter in the skies if you could see that high. But if not, like if you're at an airport, it's possible that like one of these planes just happens to roll up.
Yeah, if you're at an international airport, you might see one of these just at the gate.
Right.
And be like, mate, what's going on there then?
You casually get on that plane instead of your plane, which is
Yeah.
totally possible with TSA. So it's fine.
It should be a new gate between gates 9 and 10. 9 3/4, perhaps. Where's gate 9 3/4? Latham, do it.
We've just enhanced it. I would like a cut of the profits. That is truly it for this episode, this particular news update. Thank you so much for joining us.
One more little news highlight, and I will include
wanna do?
what little information is available about it. There is an initiative to make an actual invisibility cloak, and it is in its concept stages now. There's been some attempts at invisibility items in the past using refractory lenses, kind of like in a similar concept as Fresnel lenses and stuff like that, where essentially what it does is you sit behind it and everything is kind of like redirected in terms of light. The light is redirected through that it refracts around you. And so it's basically like it's seeing around you and it's like you're not there. So this has been done before with lens elements, but now they're trying to integrate it into clothes. It's very much in its beginning concept stages, but it's kind of cool that they're trying to make invisibility cloaks.
In theory, it's cool.
Yeah. It's also creepy.
Yeah.
But it is cool.
I'm very skeptical. I tend to always be skeptical on it. But this one, if it happens, great. But I'll believe it when I see it.
Or when you don't.
Or when I don't.
I've always thought like whenever somebody comes up, power of flight, power of superhuman strength, or power invisibility. Invisibility seems cool at a very superficial level.
Yeah.
But then when you start thinking about how people will actually use it,
it's not
it just shouldn't ever happen. There's also the fact that you're invisible, but I can still hear you.
Right.
And so either I think that I've gone on a mental bender because I'm hearing things that I can't see, or I'm just going to know you're there.
Which defeats the entire purpose.
Yeah. And, that was the case with Harry Potter's cloak. But I don't know, it's weird. I've always thought anyone who instantly goes, invisibility, I'm kind of like, well, do I trust you anymore?
A, I don't. Yeah. B, strength and flight.
I'm making suppositions about you. Yeah, strength and flight.
Strength, invisibility. That's the order.
But flight always has a caveat for me. Do I have to physically fly? Or is this something that I'm
like a Superman,
Yeah, I'm like pushing my chi through my body and I just kind of like...
Did you just casually use the word chi?
I did. My chakras are in alignment and I'm
pushing my chi
through my body.
Through my body.
Nobody wants to be around when I push my chi through my body.
Yeah, no one.
And then superhuman strength, as long as you can control it, right? Like if you're super strong all the time and you're like, oh yeah, and you go to pick up a glass and it just shatters in your hand.
Oh, that's a bummer. Or like lame. I go to but then I go through you.
Yeah, your arm just becomes no longer a part of your body because I went to give you a little dap. Go to give your kid a pat on the back and you've just crushed his spine. What would you want? Flight? Invisibility, or super strength? I'm not asking you, I'm asking them. Answer honestly, but do know I will judge the hell out of you if you say invisibility. No, actually, if you say invisibility, rationalize it in a way that is not creepy. I don't know that it can be done, but
I'd love to see it. A lot of homework on this episode, but we need to know what Eric should wear. We will include photos. Suit or Snape.
Suit or Snape.
Exactly. That's the first game we're playing. And then the second game we're playing is if you could have the power of invisibility, super strength, or flight, which one would you have and why? But that is all for today, folks. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It'd be really appreciated. And until next time,
keep your wand at the ready.
And stay magical.
Finite.
Yeah, I was pretty upfront about the fact that I'd like to utilize your children.
I will pimp them out.